FM Morning Show. Time now for, as highly anticipated, Brian Johnson, Northern Indiana Community Foundation. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
It's a nice day out there.
How was your walkover?
Actually, I drove because I'm going to something else after this, but
See,
it would have been a perfect day.
I was going to say, it's nice and you walk in the rain and then you drive in the sun.
Well, maybe I'll get out about Rochester and walk a little bit this afternoon after a couple of events going on.
Get your yard mowed yet?
Not yet.
No.
I'm looking at it, thinking I need to get that out.
Well, that sandy lot, takes a little longer.
When we're talking about moles.
Oh, well, if you just let them take over, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. The wife may not like that as well.
No, I may not like it as well either. But hey, it's nice to have some nice weather out there.
Yes, it is very nice out.
And we're looking forward to some fun things this spring. And some of the things that we get to support every year, things like youth athletics, softball, baseball,
they have started.
Soccer, all those things. It's great to hear kids around and having a good time and playing. So we're looking forward to some things like that.
Yes. So what else is happening?
Well, we got a few things going on. One big thing.
Yes.
On Friday, Jay Albright.
Yes.
We're celebrating his soon-to-be retirement on Friday. So
he was in on the first federal program. I told him, I said, you don't retire. You just get busier because that just means you have more time to volunteer.
Well, he's never one to be idle. So I'm sure that we will see him around. We would love. Jay has been an awesome asset to the Community Foundation. Has really helped the organization grow and develop over the last 12 years, and it's really awesome. We're going to miss him, but at some point he needs some time to play, and so I guess we'll let him go.
I guess he'll be back though.
Yes,
it's like a boomerang.
We're counting on that and looking forward to that. So, but anyway, we have a open house on Friday. So this Friday, April 25th, from 2 to 5 there at the Foundation office. If you have time, come in and say congratulations and thanks to Jay for all he's done for the Foundation and the community. And we'd love to see everybody that day.
Yeah, so sounds like a great time.
It'll be fun.
And I know Jay, he likes his sweets, so
there may be some snacks there. There'll be some snacks there. So something else that we've been doing, got a newsletter that we send out on a monthly basis. So has information about what's going on at the Community Foundation in Fulton County. So if you want to sign up for that, we just sent one out earlier this week. So if you did not get that and you want to get that, you can actually get that online. Go to our website, nicf.org, and you scroll down to the bottom and there's a spot where you can sign up for the newsletter. But it has a little bit of information about some of the things that are going on at the Foundation, some of the grants, some of the grant opportunities that we'll talk about here this morning as well. But always a good way to keep up on what's going on. We're getting into that summertime where we'll have some scholarships for students that aren't high school graduates. This newsletter is a great way to get information about that as well. So all the recent happenings at the Foundation.
Cool. Sounds like a great way to keep updated.
It is. Hopefully we have good information in there for folks and can help with different things, whether you're looking for grants, whether you want to see what we've granted to, all those good things. So something that we have going on the next 3 Wednesdays, some nonprofit training. We actually start today with a series. It will be Wednesdays, the 23rd and 30th of April, from 11:30 to 1, and we have some speakers coming in talking about some marketing, some communication, some storytelling, and then on May 7th we have a little bit longer session that we're going to be working with some fundraising ideas. So we have a few organizations that are participating in that. We do have a couple more spaces available if somebody is interested in that. You can reach out to us and let us know. We can get you details for that, but it is geared towards nonprofits. These are some kind of a follow-up session from what we did a couple years ago. These were a couple of the topics that were most requested from organizations who were part of these trainings, some resources for these nonprofits. So looking forward to that. So again, some nonprofit training that's coming up today, next Wednesday the 30th, and then May 7th. If you have questions about that or are interested, give us a call at the foundation, 574-224-3223, and we can get you on the list or give you details if you have questions about that. But we've got a good group of nonprofits already signed up, and we're looking forward to hopefully providing some useful resources for these
Awesome.
organizations. So, grant applications. Of course, we have our community support and our impact and our micro grant applications that are available all the time, but we do have a couple of applications that have some deadlines. So we mentioned these last month and talked a little bit about some of the grants previously from these, but the Kewanee Union Township Endowment Fund and the Liberty Township Endowment Funds both provide support for organizations and needs in those specific communities. We often get asked, do I have to have my organization reside there or be centered there? No, but it does need to serve individuals in those communities. So those grant applications again are available online, nicf.org. Click on the Fulton County Grants page and you can get information about those. The deadline for both of those grants is May 5th.
And that'll be here before you know
That'll
it.
be here before we know it. It'll be coming up. It's hard to believe that it's already
Yeah.
almost the end of April. So we're looking forward to those grant applications. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Hannah Bainey is our program coordinator and would be more than happy to talk to you about grant opportunities through this. But again, the Kewanee Union Township Endowment Fund and the Liberty Township Endowment Fund, those applications are due May 5th. Not intimidating. You've probably heard me say this before. If you can tell me about your project, you can complete our grant application. We try and make it easy because really what we have is good people doing good things. So really a great opportunity there for organizations. We're looking forward to see the applications that come in and helping some projects in Union and Liberty Townships. So
Always neat to see some of the projects that come out of that.
it is, and it's not huge dollars, but a lot of times these are high impact dollars. Thinking back over the past few years, of course, we can't mention Kewanee without mentioning the library. Great organization doing so much. You have organizations like the Hardery, kind of a newer organization that's providing some different activities for the community and entertainment. You also think about some critical organizations like the fire department. A couple years ago, I got to go over and see some cold water rescue suits. I didn't get in one of them, but they said it'd keep me warm if it was below zero, and hope they never have to use it to rescue me, but appreciate that there are people out there that say, hey, we want to do this. And then also in the community of Fulton, we've had some neat projects, things like movie nights for the community. And in the park, they've got an awesome park in downtown Fulton. Have great activities, youth leagues, and playground equipment.
You talk about not being big dollars, but sometimes these are just the dollars, just enough to get it
Yes.
started
Yes.
and get it kicked off.
Get it started, or one of the projects that they were able to complete last year was some renovations on the restroom facilities. They've got a really cool playground. If you've never been to Fulton, I encourage you to check out the playground at Fulton. They've got some neat equipment. They've got a basketball court there. When our boys were down there playing baseball, the one that wasn't playing would always spend the time over at the park. It's just a great area. But yeah, just a few dollars to help some of those projects and really make it nice. So we're looking forward to helping with more of those. And last year they had a simple project that just kind of helped spruce up some downtown Fulton things. So be creative. Think about what's going on and what kind of needs there are. So really exciting to see those projects come about, and it's neat to look back at those projects and see we were able to help with this.
Right.
So really exciting on that. Something else I wanted to talk about. So we're past tax day.
Yes, it
Did you get
is.
your taxes in?
I did.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, good.
I'm all good.
Then Uncle Sam won't be knocking on your
I'm
door.
good till next April.
Till next April. That's always, but it's a time that sometimes taxes are on our minds, and there are some ways to help reduce tax burdens.
Some people might be more interested in that after April 15th for
that's
next
where
year.
I was going with. Right now would be a good time to start
Yeah.
planning, because a lot of times end of the year people say, well, I'm going to have tax burdens.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do with this? So one thing that I always encourage folks, a really simple way to reduce some of that tax burden is IRA charitable rollovers. And once you reach a certain age, you have to start taking a required minimum distribution. A lot of folks give charitably, and there are folks that say, you know what, I don't need that distribution. It's going to affect my taxes negatively, or I might have to have more income and figure out how to take care of that. That charitable tax rollover from an IRA is one way where you can actually fulfill that required minimum distribution and help a project that you want to see happen. I don't know about your conversation with your tax professional, but mine didn't go like, well, I only want to pay this much in taxes.
Yes.
It was fill in this line, fill in these numbers, let's look at the W-2 and then say, this is what your tax burden is. So there are ways through charitable giving that you can reduce that tax burden and actually help things in the local community. So it's always neat to see how that IRA charitable rollover has been a great tool for a lot of folks that say, I want to help with this. And it provides tax benefits in the long run too. So my suggestion is we've given our tax professionals about a week to recover. I'm not sure that's quite enough, but as you're thinking about that, you might think about throughout this year, is that something that would be a good fit for my charitable planning, and would that help some of these local causes that I'm really passionate about? So need to think about how we can give and see that impact locally, because that's really what the foundation is about, what we've been doing for the last 30 plus years.
It's a great deal.
It is. Okay, so some other fun things. Going to talk a little bit about some grants.
Gotta love talking about grants.
We have a group of ambassadors that meet on a regular basis, give out grants, and so it's exciting to talk a little bit about that. One in particular that I wanted to highlight, we were able to provide a grant to United Ministries, a great organization here locally. They are working on bringing a documentary about food insecurity to the community. A couple years ago at our Food Pantry Summit, we were able to show a video called The Working Hungry. Kind of highlighted some of the folks that may be using food pantries. We think about people that use food pantries may not have income, but in reality, that's not the case. A lot of the folks that are using food pantries, and I've heard this recently from a lot of our food pantries, are folks that, food is expensive. I'm working as hard as I can, but I'm just getting by.
Right.
I need some of these services. So this documentary is a follow-up to the first one, and it shows some of those stories and continues the story as far as how food pantries really are a critical organization for our community. And we have some great ones here in the community. So on May 7th at 6 p.m. at the Times Theater, United Ministries is inviting everybody to come out and view this food insecurity documentary. There'll be some discussion afterwards as well, and it really is, when you start hearing some of the stories and start thinking about what food pantries do and how the folks that are using food pantries benefit from these services. It's really interesting to think about that. So I'd encourage folks, if you have time, again, that's May 7th at 6 p.m. at the Times Theater, hosted by United Ministries. They would love to have anybody that is available and interested in this topic come and view this documentary and maybe have a little bit different perspective on food pantries, how they're critical to our community, who they serve, how they go about their mission, and really how we can help as a whole in the community. So looking forward to that. So some other grants that our ambassadors provided, we have a lot of organizations that are doing a lot of great things, and some of them are not as public as others, but one that we were able to grant to was Guardian Advocates. It's an organization that helps provide guardianship resources for adults. I always tell people, a lot of people understand what CASA is. This is kind of the adult CASA. If somebody says, hey, I don't have the ability, or has been medically suggested that they have a legal guardian, this group comes in and works with those individuals to help provide those services. Really a great opportunity to help support some folks that may just need a little bit of help. Another one that was kind of exciting, Akron Elementary School received some funding for some decodable books.
No.
So, teaching kids how to read.
Yeah.
If I can't read, there's a lot of things that are difficult in life for me. So, we want to provide all the support that we can for this organization as they teach some of our young students how to read. I've got 2 kids at home that if you can't find them, they've probably got a nose in a book. So reading is just one of those really basic life skills, and we want to help provide as much hand up as we can on that. Another organization that received a grant, Scout Troop 219, a local organization that helps youth development. They will be purchasing an equipment trailer for storage of their equipment and moving, and really be able to help keep track of things, make it easier for volunteers. Our scouts are really active in the community and want to be able to help support that organization. So another exciting program that's coming up, the Rochester Summer Parks Program.
Oh, yes.
It was a big deal last year. We had a few years hiatus, and it came back, and it was really big. And so sounds like they've got some even more exciting plans this year.
Sounds fun.
Sounds fun.
Maybe I'll have to sign up.
I wish I could. I don't know that I'm eligible
Yeah,
for
I
it.
don't know if they'll let us.
Probably not. We might be able to volunteer
There
in
you
some
go.
aspect, but I don't think we'll get to do the fun stuff that kids do. So, another great program that offers so many activities throughout the summer for kids in the community. Also, a great program. Have a lot of high school students that get involved as staff members. So, we're really excited to see what happens with the parking program again this year. It'll be a great thing. So, talking about parks, another big thing that's going on, City Pool.
Yes.
Been a few renovations going on over there.
Some needed reservation.
Yes, there are some repairs, and so rumor has it it's going to be really nice. I haven't been past it the last couple of days, but they've been working hard on that, and it looking like it's on track to open again this summer. We're able to provide a grant from the Ambassadors Club to help with some of the needs around the city pool. Really, really exciting to see that when it gets warm.
It'll be here before you know it.
I think I was looking at the forecast and they said something about 80 tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that might be swimming weather.
I don't
Not
know.
sure if the water will be warm enough yet.
I'm not sure. Unless you got a heated pool.
That first time in the pool, you just can't wait to get in the pool.
I was going to say, usually it doesn't bother kids.
No,
at
it
least the
doesn't
first
so
time.
much. So, but we're looking forward to that. Appreciate all the work that the Parks Department has put into having a pool for our youth in the community. Really great asset to the community. Looking forward to taking a swim.
Yeah, fun.
And then another one, the Kewanna Artery. Mentioned that one. It's an organization over in Kewanna. Now they are working on some renovations in the building, but they have it's kind of a community gathering place. They have some events throughout the week on Sunday mornings, and looking at doing some community events outside in Kewanna. So stay tuned for more details on that. But really a great organization that kind of provides some enrichment activities, a gathering place. I hear anywhere from family reunions, seeing concerts and plays and dinners and all of those community things in the Artery, and really a neat organization in Kewanna. I think they've had some art classes.
Oh, cool.
I've heard the word yoga. I
Ah.
have not participated, but some really neat opportunities to support the community over in Kiwanis, and we're excited that that organization is up and going. So those are some recent grants that our ambassadors club made. Really great projects, some great things for the
Yeah.
community, and we're excited to see all of these things come about.
Yeah, some neat opportunities there. You always
Yeah.
like to get those surprise ones from the
Yes.
ambassadors.
Yes,
People
yeah,
don't,
it's a little
anticipate.
excitement
Yeah.
and a way of encouraging organizations too that, hey, you're doing a great job, keep it up.
Yeah.
We
Being noticed.
recognize that. So anyway, so as we wrap up, a few reminders. Jay's retirement open house
Don't forget,
coming up on Friday, 2 to 5.
come see Jay.
We'd love for everybody to stop by and say hi and thanks to Jay. We have the nonprofit training that'll be the next 3 Wednesdays. If you're interested in that, reach out to us. We have the applications for the Kiwanis Union Township and Liberty Township Endowment Funds available. Deadline is May 5th for those, so get those applications in now. And then last reminder, United Ministries is showing a food insecurity documentary that will be on May 7th, 6 p.m. at the Times Theater. Love for folks to stop by and view that as well.
Be a great time.
It will be a great time.
Brian, thanks for stopping by, and enjoy the sunshine, and have a great rest of your day.
I plan on it.
Brian Johnson, Fulton County Community Foundation, here on the Giant FM Morning Show. That's going to do it for the morning show. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. Get outside and enjoy